Now, new figures suggest that more than half of Australian men have 2 or fewer real mates. It's a factor that could have significant effects on their mental well-being as they get older, and it's one of the issues being highlighted during Men's Health Week.
This comes after the celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain took his own life on Friday. Are You OK director Graeme Cowan, who himself suffered from a long period of depression, joins us now from Sydney. Graeme, a very good morning to you.
Thanks, Michael.
You bring to this, as we mentioned, a deeply personal perspective. Take us through your challenge and how you found yourself at the time relatively friendless.
Yeah, I went through a profound depression, and one of the things that happens is that you really withdraw, and you don't feel worthy to be with friends, and it sort of happens gradually, and that isolation has been shown to be really bad for our mental health. In fact, the UK Health Department says that loneliness is a new cancer and has the equivalent health risk of smoking 15 cigarettes per day.
Would it have been better for you had you had a close network of friends, really good mates to not just have around you, but actually talk to and talk through the demons you were suffering?
Yeah, it's really interesting because my original really bad episode of depression was about 12 years ago, and I've been really well for 11 years up until about August last year, and I had a mental health setback. And, it's hard to describe because I've been feeling well and robust and then suddenly not in great shape. And I really made a conscious effort this time to reach out. And in the preceding years, I'd really every week I tried to catch up with a close friend, and that really made a difference because when I did reach out, and I reached out first to my close friends, and that made a huge difference just to have that support.
This new research we're talking about showing most men have 2, if not fewer, very close mates. Why is it, Graeme, that men seem to have more of a struggle than women in terms of opening up about their feelings to their close mates?
Yeah, I think men think that they should be able to solve problems themselves, and research actually shows that 70% think that they should be able to sort it out themselves. They're not good, we're not good at discussing our feelings, and I think there's also elements relating to lifestyle. Like traditionally, men have been in the workplace and their social connections have been there, whereas women consciously make an effort, in my experience, to reach out with their friends more regularly. And, that has really, really bad impact.
How important is it to have this emotional support network, Graeme, for men to help come out of periods of depression?
Well, I think one of the most compelling studies is something called the Harvard Grant Study. It started over 75 years ago. It followed 249 men every year for that time. They have terabytes of information about those men. But the one predictor of a long life, a healthy life, a higher income, and also a longer sex life is if you have caring and supportive relationships. It's mandatory inside work, but particularly outside work. And creating rituals is a really important thing to do. Like one of the things that I do now as a default is every Sunday morning I catch up with 2 mates and we meet at Curl in Sydney. We run to Manly, have breakfast, and it's something to really look forward to every week. And, something like that, following an interest with a couple of close friends, makes a huge difference.
A great initiative, and can I congratulate you? The journey from Kirkall to Manly on foot is quite a lengthy one too, so well done you. Hey, Graeme Cowan from Are You OK? Thank you very much for joining us, and hopefully some of our male viewers out there can take some notes from it.
Thanks, Michael.
Yeah, it's true what he's saying, and I was thinking while preparing for this interview, I could probably count on one hand, if not fewer fingers, the number of really close mates I've got. Do you
deliberately take care of those and nurture those friendships?
No,
do you call regularly and...
I'm an awful friend, but the friends I have, and you've been in the same boat, if they're really good friends, and they really are good friends, you can pick up the phone after 6, 8, 12 months, pick up where you left off.
And they're there.
Yep.
Look, I think that there's nothing really wrong with having, just 2 or 3 friends. I think that's actually probably even more than a male condition. I think a lot of women would say might have big circles, but the real friends, maybe only 2 or 3, but it's taking care of them.
Yep.
And I think what happens, particularly in straight relationships, is that it's the women who look after the friendships, and they almost look after your male friendships for you.
Yep.
And then if men are left alone, if there's a separation or if the female partner predeceases the man, they're often left in a situation where they haven't been looking after their friends, and that's where the loneliness can set in. I think that's an issue. So, look, we'd love to hear from you on this today.
Yes, please tell us your experiences. You can get involved in the program as usual via email at breakfast@your.abc.net.au. And there we go. You can join the conversation as well on Facebook and Twitter.